Creek in the bathing ring, but I don't want the Rony man either there or on the exchanges.
Well, Tom, we saw you win this race earlier in the programme. It's obviously quite a big day for the amateurs. It's one of the biggest prizes of the season, in fact, for them.
It certainly is. You know, it'll be a great day for them, and obviously a great experience for many of these. Will be their first ride around Cheltenham.
Oh dear, one or two of them have anticipated the start, despite the yells. They couldn't stop, but not too much damage done, John.
No, and I think they've started keeping a spare tape as well, which is quite a good idea. I think that was Peter Haynes, who's the starter there. And he came in for a lot of stick, actually, in the Grand National, Peter. But I've seen 2 or 3 videos of the tape and what he was actually trying to do at the time, and probably vindicates his thoughts. But anyway, amateurs, 3 miles to go, but it won't bother. They'll be just keen to jump off and get as close as they can. What's the big difference between riding as an amateur, Tom, and then when you step up to a professional?
Obviously, by the time you start riding professional, you've got plenty more experience. As an amateur, you're just the whole time going through your mind trying to not do anything wrong, and make sure your back's straight, make sure you've got your bridge in a knot, and just little things you're just trying to concentrate on. But by the time you're a professional, getting changed, putting the right equipment on, it just becomes second nature.
Right, what sort of start do you think John would make, Tom?
I don't know, it depends which one he's backing.
Come on then.
And away they go. Perhaps the biggest difference between an amateur and a professional, one would have thought, would be the money as they head towards the first. And it's Ballycassidy and Openide and Wolf Creek together with Lord Lescribar. 1 or 2 untidy jumps. Henry's Pride was a little bit awkward. At the back is Peter the Knot as they race round their first turn. And 3 horses in a line. My Lord Lescribar, the inside of Wolf Creek in the bright green cap, and Old Ballycassidy out wide. Iris Royal's back on the fence then, followed by Openide. The grey is Spare Change out wide. Lord Ryford Maleton, another grey Hordago in the mix as well. Henry's Pride round the inside, and towards the rear the Rony man with Bowdie, and Peter the Knot is last at this early stage as they run downhill into the back straight. And my Lord Lescribar on the near side of Ballycassidy together. Wolf Creek in third, just safely over. After Wolf Creek, Spare Change, and out wide Lord Ryford. As we close in on the leaders, the Lord Lescribar and Ballycassidy over the water. Ahead of Wolf Creek, Iris Royal and Spare Change. Then on the far side, and about 6th in a red cap, Lord Ryford, followed by Openide, Maleton the outside in a white cap. Henry's Pride to the inside over this open ditch. Hordago, the blinkered grey, is in behind runners as they continue along the back straight. And my Lord Lescribar, young Danny Cook, leading the way from Ballycassidy in second place. Peter the Knot there at the back in the noseband. After the first 2, Lord Ryford to the outside. Be interesting to see how Lord Ryford gets on here. It's one of 2 of the horses who finished ahead of him last time out, running the Paddy Power Gold Cup tomorrow, Nowhere notably. And Bob Hall as they jump this next open ditch. And it's my Lord Lescribar that still leads to Ballycassidy. Wolf Creek going off the 9-2 favourite in an open betting race. Spare Change to the outside with Lord Ryford on the outer as well. And they're followed by Openide and Maleton and Iris Royal, and then Henry's Pride, Hordago. 2 or 3 lengths to Bowdie, the Rony man in a noseband towards the back at this stage, along with Peter the Knot, as they run downhill now towards fence number 8. So still my Lord Lescribar for the David Pipe team. David, of course, his father, Martin Pipe, always had a tremendously strong hand at this meeting. David on record saying he'd be happy with 1 winner. The old man used to get a few more than that at this open meeting. My Lord Lescribar with Spare Change on the left, the grey. In second place, Lord Ryford, and then further left Maleton, who's a bit closer than earlier in the hands of Will Biddick as they run round this left-hand turn and start to straighten up now towards the next plain fence with a circuit left to go. The Lord Lescribar, Spare Change, Lord Ryford and Maleton, the leading quartet. 3 lengths away, the favourite Wolf Creek. On the far side, Iris Royal. over on the inside there. Hordago has improved slightly, followed by Openide. A reminder for Bally Cassidy, who's rather lost his place from Henry's Pride. Then the Rony man still held up towards the back. Second last is Baldai, and Peter the Knot has been tail end Charlie throughout. Slightly uphill to the next plain one. Lord Lescarbal jumping boldly in front there. Particularly good jump by the leader. And Lord Ryford as they take this left-hand turn. One or two of the riders niggling behind. It's not a going day for Bally Cassidy today. But top weight 11-12, the 11-year-old. And he's struggling, to be honest, at the moment as they run downhill at the next plain one. But Lord Lescarbal fiddles through it. And down there is Spare Change. Spare Change the faller. Horse and rider on their feet okay. Daniel Pick and the grey Spare Change at the water jump. My Lord Lescarbal, followed by Hordago, who's got a lot closer now on the outside under Katie Walsh. The green colours of Wolf Creek right there as well. Lord Ryford is fourth. Malaton is fifth. Then Henry's Pride as they take the next. Open-eyed further back. The Rony man in the check colours noseband trying to make a bit of ground now as they continue towards this next plain fence. And my Lord Lescarbal will pick up in front yet again there. A slight mistake by Openeye back in the field. Baldai's further back. Peter the Knot trying to pick off one or two stragglers as they now round this left-hand turn, heading towards the big open ditch. And it's my Lord Lescarbal from Wolf Creek and Hordago. Lord Ryford in fourth. Henry's Pride is fifth. And then Malaton over the ditch. A little gap then to the Rony man, who's screwed awkwardly over that fence, but is making some headway from Open-Eyed and Peter the Knot, and then Baldai. At the top of the hill now, they've got three fences left to go in this Beards the Jeweller's Cup, and my Lord Lescarbal has made all the running so far, but Hordago is breathing down the leader's neck now in second place. Wolf Creek is back in third. Lord Ryford is still in there pitching away to the left, and then a gap to Henry's Pride. The Rony man and Open-Eyed trying to run on again as they approach the third lot. My Lord Lescarbal being headed now by Hordago. Hordago takes over. My Lord Lescarbal didn't get terribly high there. Perhaps the sign of a tiring horse. Wolf Creek is right on terms in third, and then Lord Ryford away to the left, and these four are clear of the others as they jump the second last, and Hordago comes in to take it. Got in a bit tight there. Lands okay. My Lord Lescarbal is battling back very gallantly on the rail. Then Wolf Creek under the whip from Lord Ryford. Henry's Pride and the Rony man behind these as they run round the final turn, and it's Hordago again at Cheltenham, the horse that likes this place. There's a good record here, Hordago, and Katie Walsh is set sail now for the judge. My Lord Lescarbal is taken on by Henry's Pride for second at the last. Good jump by the leader, Hordago. About 5 lengths clear of Henry's Pride. Then my Lord Lescarbal, Open-Eyed and the Rony man, and racing up the hill, and it's Hordago by 4 lengths to Henry's Pride. Open-Eyed is flying home in third place. Hordago is emptying close home. Henry's Pride begins to close. Hordago held on. Oh, another stride or two and it might have been close. Henry's Pride was second, running on well, and Henry's Pride in front now. Open-Eyed is third. Then my Lord Lescarbal, who got very tired up the hill, the Rony man. They were followed by Wolf Creek and Baldai. Malaton, Lord Ryford faded away and didn't provide much of a boost to the nowhere form there. Behind Lord Ryford was Peter the Knot, and pulling up was old Bally Cassidy. So it goes to Katie Walsh, who we spoke to earlier, and she's now with Alice Plunkett.
Oh, you're going to make me cry. This is a big moment for you. Your first winner here at Cheltenham.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I'm over the moon. Over the moon. He was brilliant everywhere. He travelled, and I couldn't get over him. He jumped everywhere. It was great.
You just rode such a peach of a race, though.
Yeah, I mean, he helped me all the way. I mean, a child would ride this horse. He's unreal to jump. He travelled, which I didn't think he would do, and he just, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.
Well, another chapter in the Walsh family book. You've done it. Another Walsh to Rider winner here. Katie, many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well done, love.